You are now listening to Empty Out the Clip.
This is for grandmas that pass knowledge down through stories and songs. Most are not with us no longer. We pay homage to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We pay homage to you. Yeah, yeah.
Born and raised in the 2024 in a time way before technology connected us all. I was raised about a clip.
Alright, welcome to another episode of the EOTC podcast, the Empty Out the Clip. It's your boy Eliesa Katoa, coming to you from the murder capital, the heartbeat of West Okilangi. Joining me today, I got the man with their silky knife skills, the man who's got the heaviest hands in all of Westside boxing, Ili the Butcher. Wamai Uso.
Yo, Manuel of Trials, been good to be here.
Nice, bro. It's been good to see you, bro. It's, man, it feels like it's been a minute, man. But you know the drill. So get into some shoutouts.
Yo, shout out to the people that support and watch our channel. Support for my family, Westside Fitness, and shout out to my Liston brothers, Seki.
Nice. Also, I got a small list, but it's just a mention from producer Ken. Shout out to my also Dion Bricks. It's been a minute since I've seen the doco. Yeah, I know he's always just trying to stay active, trying to stay busy. Miss you, Doco. It's been a minute. Also, shout outs to my walking crew, man. Man, our crew keeps extending, man, by an extra face. But shout outs to my also Tindo Moniklia, also to the Doco Brandon. It's been a minute since I've seen him. He's been MIA for the last 3 walks. But also to my Doco Alfred Halahola and his boys, Alan, and to also Zion. He's been tagging along with his old man Dollar, and then also to my Doco Iplahame. So it's good to see Hame, man. It's been a minute, but now I'm enjoying the contribution of the support of the boys, you know, just getting together on Saturday mornings, man. It's almost like it feels wrong because it's like every time we go for walks, these scenes are like pretty romantic, you know. And not only that, going into spa pools, like who goes to a spa pool with a group of guys? I don't know. But nah, yeah. And the last shout out is also to producer Kaz, man. The Usos putting in the work, man. I mean, where this guy finds the time of day to release all these podcasts, bro. Gotta show some love for the WesWes Network, eh? But yeah, that wraps up my shout outs, man.
Sick.
You guys, you got any shout outs?
Let's get it done, let's go to tour time, boy.
Good to see your face, Chucky.
My man. All the way from the south, from the 30 South, dog. My shout outs go to... I got a few shout outs, because I've been missing in action for about a few weeks. But I'll leave that for the next potty. Probably shout out first and most foremost to the Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior. Thank you, Jesus, for all that you've done. Also, shout out to our viewers. Also, next shout out will be to our aingas, our families. Yeah, thank you very much for the support and whatever you guys do and putting up with all the crap that we go through as men. So thank you to our families for having our back. Also, final shout out, one of the final shout outs, our podcast as well, Empty Out the Clip. Thank you very much for putting out content out there and trying to get the message far and beyond to our communities. Finally, big shout out to the Uso, to the Toko and his family. Speedy recovery to Ili Katoa. So shout out to you, brother, and your family. Don't worry about the fans. Don't worry about the pride. It's all about you returning back home safely to your family as a provider. So shout out to you, Ili Katoa. You're the man, Toko. And bigger and better things for you to come for the future. Yeah, that's me also.
Handy. Nice as well.
Thank you, bro. Just my last mention, bro, is to the local 13. There's some Mun's crew, all these wolfies that have been on strike, man. Standing with you guys, man, and the solidarity, man. And like, yeah, there comes a time where push comes to shove and you gotta stand the picket line, but nah, supporting you guys all up and down the country. Yeah, so you can find more of our content on iHeartRadio. You can also find us on Apple and now Spotify, Empty Out the Clip. You can also find our YouTube channel. We got 2 more new YouTube channels. Our film and TV, and also find our sports podcast. Empty Out the Clip is proudly brought to you by the WesWes Network. You can find us more of our content on our webpage, www.weswesnet.com. You can also find us on Facebook. It's a private page. Send a request, answer the 3 questions. Security will let you in. Man, it has been a hectic week of news. Experience from like local news and also just sport as well. Before we get into sport, obviously the passing of Tamahori, I don't know, man. How to explain that one? It was probably a shock, like on my socials, but we'll just touch on that really quick. Do you guys manage to even hear what happened to him?
No. How do you pass?
I was wondering if you guys had done any research, but
Nah, I've been, to be honest, I've been really enjoying his last films that he's been doing. He did a film called Mahana and another one, The Convert. Really good films, eh? Real slow paced films too. But yeah, sad that he's gone. But yeah, so one big director. I'll put him up there with the director of Lord of the Rings, Peter.
Peter Jackson, yo,
Yeah, Peter Jackson. Yeah.
yeah, that was a bit of a shock one, eh? I was like, yeah. Because I've seen his early film and that, and I just thought, man, but yeah, I've just hearing from a lot of guys that have done placements under him, and just hearing like how much of a real down to earth sort of person is, and then also his ties to the community as well, into like a lot of sportsmen, actors. Yeah, I thought it was a bit crazy, yeah. But yeah, before we start off, man, and it's been a minute since I've kicked this off, man. How's the week's been? We'll start with you, Kaisar.
Yeah, week's been good, eh? Can't complain. Went out to the Hariki Golf last weekend, so it was a last minute invite. Yeah, so one of the boys, a few of the boys decided to take out a few of their boats and show it off. So can't say no way when you got a beautiful Sunday like that. Yeah, and then when the boys say they're gonna take out their boats, I was like, damn, bro, let's do it, let's get it on. So yeah. It was good. Yeah, that's what I've been up to, enjoying life, enjoying the view, environment. So life is short. There's a lot of brothers in our circles that are starting to, of that generation, starting to pick off. So I guess my point is get out there and enjoy life. You know, even if it's just a walk. It's good, man. Fresh air, good for the mental health, good for the physical well-being, and yeah. That's all I've been up to, boys. Just enjoying life, enjoying the environment, trying to recharge that mana. So, yeah, it's good, man.
Nice. So yeah, man, my week's been busy with work, man. It's just crazy. But like this week, I don't know why. Like I've just been saying yes to everything, okay, and like I didn't realize it all came on one day. So like I think it was on Wednesday. Wednesday was, oh bro, I started work at like 5:45, and I was just yeah, it was just a hard day at work, and then finished work at 5:30, and then 6 o'clock went to boxing, and that was a hard session. Oh no, sorry, it was Friday, and then yeah, hard boxing session because it was just me and also PJ. Shout out to PJ. We're the only two that turned up, and Soul, the trainer, he had the look on his face like, I'm gonna punish you guys today. I was like, bah. And so we just got hiding, and then I walked outside, and I saw one of the Usos. I was like, oh, yo, and then he's like, oh, bro, did you forget? I was like, forget what? Basketball. I was like, oh, so. I was dead at the end of the day.
Damn.
I could barely walk at work on Saturday. I was like, oh, bro, I was done. But yeah, it's just been a busy weekend. Yeah, been watching some new TV shows. So it's been a good week. Just hard.
Me.
How about you, Let's?
Oh man, like I mentioned, man, just catching up with the boys on Saturday, and it's been like I don't know, apart from like the family time, it's been the feature, like trying to catch up, because we usually catch up just to galangoa, man. It's like fake a gala, that's what you can call it, but more like checking in, eh? Like, you know, everyone, it's a refreshing, eh? Because people actually knew how you feel, and like all of us are doing the same thing, and like we're just raising families and stuff, and putting the head down and just doing the work. But I managed to do a lot, man. I did a 72-hour week this week that just passed. I'm starting from last Saturday, sorry. So, oh no, that was, yeah, from Friday night. But it was like, I was looking forward to my 2 days off. But in that time, I managed to do so much. Like, the heat was pretty bad on Friday. Managed to mow the lawns. It took me ages, man, because the sun was up. And, you know, when you used the battery charged weed eaters and stuff, so you only got like 45 minutes. Had one on charge. When the other one was charging, I was finding my 15 minutes rest to change and then do the rest. But I've had a leaking tap, man. Shout out to my cousin Messi, man. Came through with the goods. He gave us one of these faucets that's been sitting like for 3 months. And now water bill's been like high, man. So Mrs. like, man, if you gonna ask the neighbor, say, oh, grateful for good neighbors, man. My neighbor Dave, man, he's a drain layer plumber, and he just said to me, Solid, just let me know when it's time to change it. And Dave likes to talk about bills, man. This is what cracks me up. Is like we always talk about our billies and stuff. So like it's relatable when people are like throwing like, oh man, gotta do this, gotta do that. But he came over, he showed me how to do it. He just told me, yeah, it's usually like when it comes to plumbing and fitting faucets and stuff, like the tapware, it's not really the application, it's more or less the removing, like if the threads on the tap are seized. But yeah, we had to put a couple of towels down, and he got his angle grinder to cut it away, cut through the hoses and stuff. But man, once he put it on, he was showing me, bro, it's just like a YouTube channel. I was like thinking, fuck, we should have recorded it, man. He started cracking up. He goes, oh, nah, a lot of the new houses have these, and there's a lot more easier to deal with instead of the old way of just a couple of screws. But I mean, my kitchen's doesn't feel like it's that old. It's probably like 8 years old. But yeah, obviously the leakage just corroded a lot of the screws. But yeah, the man got it done. Literally took him like maybe 10 minutes to fit the new one. But bro, it's just happy, you know. Like if I just finally, but hey, shouts to my cousin Missy man for coming through with that. Like it's one of these fancy ones you can pull off and you can just tin it and just spray everything down around the sink. But I was like, sorry. But and then also like it's been a minute, like the procrastinating. I think it wasn't until I started talking about the procrastinating and Cam's mentioned it. I've been sitting on a KOB run for the last 3 years, man, and it hasn't been right. I did a run and I wasn't happy with the quality of the print, and it was more around the labeling. I wanted to create a garment like if you wear it, and a lot of guys like to wear the singlet where it's a bit longer than a torti. Like if they're standing there, you can just see the bottom of the singlet. So I thought, okay. And I sort of was inspired by the Tommy Hilfiger, like he saw Everlast and he saw at the top of the undies, the briefs that he saw, you could see the top of the band. If someone lifted up their off, they could see the top of the strip, And so a lot of people do it. But I thought opposite. Wear a torti, bend down, you'll see the bottom of the singlet, and then you'll see the cast and all boys with pretty much a lot of detail in the label. So I've finally gone back to my supplier. And I just said to her, look, man, I want to do a special run. It's a doc also run, but it's a custom one. And, yeah, I got about 20 guys I thought that are worthy, guys that are family men, people go to their family and stuff. And I thought, oh, man, I'll get this run off the ground. I didn't realize that the numbers had gone from 12 to 14 units. And I was thinking, man, how am I going to do 14 units, man? I managed to get 20 done. So I actually went outside the circle of guys we knew. You probably didn't do enough for our brotherhood, I feel. Got them involved and managed to do 20, and so in total it was like 33 singlets, 33 units of 2 runs. And and the suppliers come back with just a photo of what the first garment looks like with a new label on it, man. And this is a separate one embroidered into the garment, and man, just blown away with the result, So I'm waiting for the shipment to arrive. But yeah, just that procrastinating. I've been sitting on the design for about 3 years. And just grateful that it's finally, it's actually coming to life. But yeah, I guess if you manifest today, you talk about it and just hear other people talking about stuff like that, and it's like, so it's gonna rub off and sort of like, yeah, put me in a good space. But that's been my week, man. Like nothing too fresh, but yeah, just loving how I can finish doing water walking or just board walking, and should we get a coffee? But not the talking about food, and then we end up at the bakery. So these guys, true. Man.
Facts.
Do you like 100 or 200 what feels like 200 meters of water walking, then should we get to the bakery? Okay, sweet. Sounds good. But now, get into our topics. Tampering, the cops, man. So obviously there was a period where an annual report had come out about the breath test alerts, and the police obviously submitting the KPIs for the region and certain parts of the country. But tampering with breath test results, and whether that's actually true or not, and I don't know, this reflects bad, man. And to be honest, man, there's been a lot of bad stuff in the press about the cops, man. Even from as far as the inside lady who had given details to the killer bees and all that stuff, right up to this. Like, I think this has probably been since the appointment of the new police commissioner and the killing of the father with his daughter, bro, like, how much publicity do the cops want at the moment? Because this has got to be the funniest one of them all, bro. Like, tampering with breath test results and falsifying documents. Like, Did they think that someone was gonna not know? Any of you guys managed to look up on that?
I've just been watching the news about the old deputy commissioner who got done for having objectionable material on his
Hydro.
work phone and laptop. He had like bestiality stuff, child pornography, or like stuff like that, or something like that. But yeah, graphic, explicit content. But
On his personal phone, or was it a work phone?
I think it was a work one. And yeah, I heard about that lady too. That lady police officer that was feeding information to her Killer Bee's boyfriend. But man, it just sucks, eh? Like, it really sucks because like there's so many good officers out there that are working so hard to bridge that gap between the community and law enforcement, and then you get these guys that do this kind of stuff, man. It's just it's real out the gate, to be honest. And like, you know, I want my nephews and nieces to grow up to trust our cops, and there's a lot of good cops out there, and I feel so bad for them because all that hard work that they're doing for the communities gets undone, you know. And like, to be honest, like the media plays a part in it too. Like, they'll find a story and they'll flick it out like wildfire. So man, like, hopefully this new police commissioner does a good clean up, because we need some good decent police officers, because the stats are not looking good, man. With all this bad publicity, plus all our senior officers heading over to Brisbane, it's a lose-lose situation at the moment, eh?
That's crazy, eh? I mean, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can have a whole bunch of good coppers, but then it only takes a few at the bottom, in the middle, or at the top, you know, to make the rest of the department, like, you know, rotten apples, right? So, yeah, tampering with breath testing stuff, I mean, I think they're under pressure as well. There's a lot of loopholes in every system, regardless of you in uniform or not in uniform, because there's a performance mark that they got to reach as well, right? And it's just another way of revenue for the coppers, you know. If they're not bringing in enough tickets, then they're going to ask why. So there's pressure on them as well. But, you know, it could have effect on them inside and outside, who knows? But if there is tempering, it's not a good look for them. They've got a history of the boys in blue, of you know, of the community not trusting them. You know, they'll probably trust more of our own community services more than the cops themselves. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, I can tell you the brothers. I don't want to bring it up, but you know, they don't do right, but they do a lot of good too for the community. They show face more than the boys in blue, and when the boys in blue do show up in the community, it's not a good thing. So yes, I don't know. We can go on. It's a good debate. It's a good chat about it, but it will come down to the individual person that's in uniform, whether they can stand a strong stance, be there for what they actually signed up for in the beginning, you know, and then when they graduate, can they hold that stance? Because it's not an easy job, right? It's not an easy job. Like I said, the boys that are not in blue, but have numbers, have always been there for the community, giving out food, you know, doing their part, clean waters, checking on whānau, aingas, and doing their part for the community. And kids, a lot of kids approach them because they're approachable. But a lot of kids don't approach the boys in blue because maybe the parents had a bad experience. But at the end of the day, like every other day, the system's got to change, or retrain them mentally as well, so that they're in a good mind space to serve our community and to serve their uniform to the full extent, right? Yeah.
Andy.
No, massive, bro. No, like just on our page alone, there was a video that I shared, and obviously these are just bystanders. A father was off his daughter, and then a four-wheel drive, and they've had to stop this four-wheel drive. There's probably about 8 cop cars and what looks like almost 12 or so officers approaching the car. They've pulled the dad out of the four-wheel drive, and they've placed him on the ground, and he's yelled out, "Can you keep recording?" So these bystanders have stood by at least 2.5 minutes, recorded this old fella get chucked on the ground, and he's saying, "Read me my rights, show me the warrant." They didn't. They just proceeded. They've obviously got his face, and the vehicle he was in. And then it's the next part that sort of disturbs me. And so they've got this guy on the ground. It's a busy road. They've obviously coroned off the road. And then they pulled a young girl out. Now, that's the disgusting part that they've gone and done is they've tried and they've sent like 2 or 3 officers over to talk to her. They've even had a lady cop. Now, this poor girl's probably become unsettled and just started screaming. And she just keeps asking. She's obviously concerned about the welfare of her dad. Just, I want my dad. I want my dad. She must be like 13 or something, at least. And then they manhandle her. Like when I say manhandle her, they literally pick her up. And it doesn't look very, I don't know, as a dad myself of girls, like I'll be pissed if I saw that. You know, and the dad didn't see it, but the bystanders that are recording go to an extent of just start yelling at the cops. And then the cop has the nerve to come over and says, how would you have handled that? Now, when you see cops doing that stuff, that's the sort of shit that makes the police force like a questionable sort of like, you know, team, you know, as a whole. But then it also begs the question, like, to the friends and family that we have that are in the force, whether you'd say, is your job a job that you would recommend our kids to come and become when they become older? Because if you love your job, right, and you're serving your community, you're serving your people, you should be screaming, of course, man. Come and be in the police force. But when you watch scenes like that, and then you hear of the stuff that happens, it makes you question it, eh? And you wonder why cops are moving overseas,
or even retiring. Not just moving overseas, but retiring as well. You know, at the earlier in their career. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought like there should be a lot more. I don't know. I think there should be punishment to the police for tampering because they're public documents, man. It's like even when you're in food, man. If you alter something, there's a criteria to how you put lines through stuff and date it and sign. Like for them to falsify all of that stuff just for their KPI and their performance bonuses, man. Like that's pretty disgusting, eh? Like just if you can't explain it, man, just own it. I think that makes a lot more better than this coming out in the news. It even surprises me how it even made the news, man. So whoever audited their papers and done the math and pulled their stats up was like, damn, that's a heavy one, eh?
How do you falsify the breathalyzer tests?
I think they must have tricked, or they must have like say if they had, I'm just speculating, like if they had like 100,000 breath tests in the space of like say 5 days, and they needed a target of 30%. For every car that they bought through, they could have deemed, okay, yeah, failed. And like at the end of their shift, they might have wanted at least, okay, they need at least 30% of these 100,000 cars to have been like, you know, at least pulled over to the side, if not failed. But for every car that they pulled over and then they've gone and propelled and said, oh, yeah, this car, because they would have taken like the plate number, identified the age group of the drivers. It would have been to that extent, you know, or even like underage, like even like having like learner plates, restricted drivers. But yeah, to do all of that stuff in that time, because the point of those stops are just to be random almost, right? Or like during like peak hours. So if you stopped on the end of the motorway, man, like yeah, that's a high chance you're gonna find someone or outside a pub or something. But to go and falsify it and say that that's what they've done and be doing it for a period of time to make it look good.
Because I was thinking it was like the actual machine, like you know they please blow on this, and you know I don't know if the breath was smelly or stinky, and then they just press the button and say, it's failed.
But it can also be like because I've been pulled over once where I've just sprayed like perfume inside the car, and then I've done a breath test and I failed, and then they're like, are you sure you haven't drunk? I was like, I didn't drink, bro. And they're like, okay, pull over, we're gonna have to get you to blow in the bag. Like even that can be deemed as a failed result, like for them on their part. I need to blow in the bag and it's clear as fuck, and then they're like, oh, sorry about that, brother. It's like,
wait, so bad breath can affect it?
Nah, the perfume.
I prefer,
yeah, the perfume. But like I remember watching a Home and Away and someone had mouthwash and then they, I've just had some mouthwash, like because of the Listerine, whatever.
It's all alcohol based, right?
Yeah. But they reckon that that's not a thing anymore. But I mean, clearly, if you can spray like links in your car and it's still in there, and you can do the breath test like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and still fail, be like, nah, pull over, mate, you gotta blow on the back. But that's crazy, yeah. Now, second man, before we touch on our 10 for 10 weekend wrap of sport, bro, we have to talk about it because it's been blowing up probably ever since the game unfolded. But the Ili Katoa incident, and I just wanted to get your guys' take on it, man, because I read a few on our Empty Out the Clip, and obviously a lot of people have different stance on it. But I will chuck it over at you, Butch. Give your opinion on the Ili Katoa result and how it unfolded.
Man, like, when it comes to us Islanders, like, the pride is always there. Like, we will just try and stay on that field as long as we can, or play as best as we can. But, man, like, everyone saw it. The collision with Lehigh Hawaii at the warm-up. Why didn't they assist him then? You know, like, come on. There's so many independent doctors there and medical staff. They should have tested before he even played. Like, he shouldn't have been in that position. And now he's in hospital. So, like, man, just want to wish him a speedy recovery, man, and hopefully he gets back home soon. Because that's, yeah, that was negligence, to be honest. Like, they should have just, hey, look, I didn't like the way you stood up after that hit. I want to quickly do a HIA assessment. I know it's before the game, but let's do it now. Because, like, come on. You telling me that they only do HIA assessments during the game? That's lazy, bro.
Well, just short. I think there was I don't know if it's a made up report, but there was I think Tonga Rugby League came out and said, and I'm not 200% sure whether this was an official word from them, but they said they were unaware. That was their reply to the incident. They were unaware of the first head collision before he took the field. So
That's
I don't know.
More crazy.
Yeah,
Just
well,
that statement
They
alone.
played it on the big screen.
For sure.
yeah. Well, the coaching. So if the coaching staff have said, "Oh, they weren't aware," this wasn't brought to their attention. Like if that's the scenario, so then, okay. Like before I give my opinion, did you have an opinion on that, Kaisar?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, just in that warm up alone, I mean, that was a hard knock. Yeah, of course it wasn't intentional. I'm sure it wasn't with the intent, but it was within the engagement of the warm up. Clearly, when he hit the ground, his body seized up half of on the left side, his body seized up for a few seconds there, and then if they did do a check on him, and then they did clear him, obviously the medic team need to be retrained, simply because he was concussed. He had what do you call it, bloodshot eyes, another indication of concussion. He's wandering about, left, right, and center. He's clearly, for his own well-being, he's concerned. But then, you have the mana and the pride that kicks into a player, and then should he say something? Shouldn't he say something? It's probably running through his mind. But clearly, man, I mean, what does it take for a player not to be cleared or, to be recognized? There's a duty of care. There's a player welfare to be concerned. I mean, even the brotherhood itself, I reckon all the Team Tonga, the coaching staff, the mid-team staff as well, all need to be retrained and educated. Because in the sport, of a full contact sport, I've been to rehabs. I've seen the bad side of that sport. I've seen the people that had talent, and I've seen them just taken out just like that. To me, I blame the coach, because and the personal athlete themselves. One, for letting their ego and pride lead first, and listening to all their noise saying, "Man, you're gonna be the next tour. You're gonna be the next champ." Bullshit. You know what I mean? Hey, take it easy. You know what I mean? You're young. You still got a long way to go. But yet, the young prospect heavyweight gets put up against a big name. Today, he's in a wheelchair for life. You understand? He's a vegetable. I've seen that side. Now, let me tell you one thing. the whole team needs to be accountable for. They need to be re-educated. You talk about brotherhood, bullshit. You talk about mana, bullshit. This guy, Ili Katoa, is a young, up-and-coming talent. Much love us to him. Why? Because these players got to understand that's your job. And you want to come back home to your ainga at the end of a job. You're a provider. Now, I see some of the comments in that, yeah, whatever, It's all good to have banter. It's all good to have fans. It's all good to have that pride, but to a certain level. There's comments like saying, "Oh, we know our people, so relax. You guys don't know us. Tonga will die for Tonga. MMT. We will die for Tonga. So you're telling me you will die for a jersey? Easy for you to say. Is that your son, your uncle, your father? Are they playing for the jersey? You know what I mean? Is that your brother? Different story. Because what does it gotta take for a warrior to play for their jersey and die for $35 letterboard between your legs? Man, relax. This guy's a provider. It's a sport. It's all good to be a fan and everything like this, but don't be a slave to pride. Never be a slave to pride. Ili Katoa, he's not going to war, is he? Your people is not going to war. You're going on there to lace up and play the game that we all enjoy and love. It's entertainment. So alofa atu to Ili Katoa and his family, to all the supporters and that. Then, man, much love for you, brother, for doing your job. Recover well. And it's not easy to see a brother like that who's professional, playing the sport, and then getting concussed like that. I wouldn't be surprised if the journey cuts down short and he resigns, because those bad concussion like that, ooh, yeah, it's not an easy recovery, man. And I believe that there'll be a decision coming up later in his career, for sure, for the safety of him and his well-being. He needs to return home to his family. So, man, the biggest balls on that day, on that field, is Ili Katoa, because he spoke up for himself and said he wasn't okay. Now, that's big balls. Yep. Don't worry about the brotherhood. That's big balls. Malo Uso.
Well, put, bro, like, I'm with you 1,000%. I unfollowed other barbers who thought that playing for the pride and MMT for the jersey was what Eli did 100%. And I'm going to throw the blanket here. I'm going to throw the blanket over the whole team. I have less respect for Jason and Eden now for seeing that from the second time he got a head collision, he shouldn't have come back on. I would have said as a captain, hey, get off the field. If we have to play with 12 players, we'll play with 12. Because the welfare, that's the most important thing, man. Now, this guy didn't deserve to come and get concussed, even when he wasn't all there, man. Like, what's crazy is 2025, and these guys don't know about head collision and concussions and the severe effects of one bad knock. That's crazy, man. This is the national team. Like, yeah, Wolf needs to go. All of those guys need to be questioned. And the reason why I throw the blanket is because those guys seen Eli when he was vulnerable, and they didn't speak up for him. They didn't go and tell him, shh, no formal, sit on the side. You didn't need to get back on.
Exactly.
He didn't need to. That was preventable, man. That was preventable. They didn't need to put him on. They had 3 other guys named standby. They could have used it. But no one speak up for him, man. That's the saddest part. You talk about brotherhood. You speak up for your brothers when they can't speak up for themselves.
Exactly.
You speak enough life into them to tell them, hey, it's just a game. It's just a game. Why name those other guys if it took one guy? That's the saddest part, man. Like, they need to look at themselves. If I was one of the youngest guys on the team, or if I was a dad or father of one of those boys in the team, I would call a Mira Balu the Ava and say, hey, man, that's not right. Are you serious? Say that happened to you or one of your kids. You gonna sit by and let that happen? And even for his uncle to come out and share that statement that he did about him, hell, that is disgraceful, man. That is disgraceful. It's the poorest way you can share light about being, don't be obedient to the coach. The coach is not even Tongan, man. They didn't even claim him, because what he did is he put one of your boys' life like on the line, man. And now we don't even know if Eli's gonna make a full recovery. Like they say in the game of contact sport, 3 concussions is the max you can have in a lifespan. Any more and you're pretty much brain dead. Now, you can see it with boxers with the Parkinson's. You can see it in the way people have fog brain, and then they start to, just the natural light affects them, But that there was preventable, man. And if that was Wolf's response, imagine how he's gonna be when the next guy does. What's he gonna say? Or the medical staff is not my job. It's your job to make that call. And if you want someone to blame all the players, blame all the staff that were around there, and do not even find some bullshit lame excuses and a scapegoat to say why he ended up on the field, because he got another few contacts to the head after that.
How many minutes was he still playing on the field?
55 minutes, man.
Ooh, yeah. There you go.
That's fucking longer than a boxing match.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy, man.
But they're supposed to have spotters, like independent doctors on the field watching the warm up. Where were they? You know,
that's stupid.
Bro, that's so bad.
But yeah, even as a team, man, that's disgraceful, bro. These boys need to have a hard look at themselves. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them are affected by this now, sitting at home, probably looking at their missus or getting on the piss, thinking like, fuck, I should have said something. Or I should, it's that. And if they're not feeling like that, they're fucking heartless, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You might as well, bro. And I can probably fend for some of those real MMT guys who would probably say that's what happens when you want to go and support something, because I'm sure there would have been old boys part of the Mate Matonga who would be disgraced by that stuff, man. Because that's stupid, bro. That is stupid, man. That was preventable. If they had all these reasons why or excuses why, then why did Ellie end up in hospital for? Like, explain that.
Emergency.
They got no answers for it, man. They got no answers for it.
Yeah, it wasn't
sad,
a brain.
man.
It was a swelling of the brain, which is fluid. So he had to get rushed there, have surgery, and release that fluid before it gets even more exploded. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But I
bro.
mean, even in the comment section, like, and shout outs to Ty, man. Even Ty just saying, oh, they would have done the HIA, but because it was before the game, you can explain that, man. But man, imagine a car, right? People aren't vehicles. You can say you can have safety checks and all the rest of it, man. But even cars at low impact, even today and even from back in the day, just because a car has a bit of low impact, it doesn't mean that the car's deemed safe. Not 100% safe, not straight out of the box safe, because there would be sensors in the car that would say, okay, there's something that's not right, something that's out of place. Man, we can't be treated like that shit, man. Like, fucking, your brain is like, if you've seen concussion, it's like an egg inside a jar of water, man. And once you shake it and there's no damage to the outside of that, but you don't know what's happened inside the muscle of the brain, man. Like, that's just stupid, bro. Like that, and the reason why I've made a lot of noise about it is because people, if they think, oh, yeah, but but nothing, man. You gotta make as much noise about it because this is one of our Pacifica boys who's paid the price for it. That's why. Like, let's think about it. If it was a white dude, would they have done the same thing? Does it happen in the Ashes game, a series? Would they have got the same amount? Or because now we've all decided to take a side on it? Okay, this is why. Oh, nah, he's sweet, man. Nah, bro, that's how we are. Our players are like that. Nah, man, it was preventable, man.
By saying that, if it was Australian or Kiwi team, Kiwi Test or whatever, England, those players on there, the mid team, straight away, you're not playing. You know, they won't sign you off to play straight away. So clearly, there needs to be responsibility for the MMT team, the whole staffing, and the team. Wow, look out for each other, man. You get a good leader,
100%, man.
A good captain, like Leti saying, bro, it's all good. We could play 12 players, man. It's all, bro. That's a good leader.
I would rather play with
take them off.
12 players, man. I would play with 12 players than to jeopardize one of my teammates' life. Like, fuck that.
But where is that today, though? Where is that today? You see, don't be a slave. Yeah. Don't be a slave to pride. You know what I mean? It's just a sport, man. Relax.
Mate, but well wishes to the Toko man and to his family. And just as men, bro, we're praying for you, Ellie. Like, I prayed for you, man. At the moment I read like what people had to say about you, and you've been prideful and that. But Ikai Toko, man, not for mal, get healthy, bro, and recover, man, and just spend that time you have with your family, bro, because that's just not on. I mean, you didn't have to endure all of that pain, bro. Seki, man, wrapping that up, we can wrap our sports, Eddie. Did you catch any of the early morning games? Like, what's up with the early morning games, eh?
Oh, man. Scotland came out hard, eh? I reckon Scotland did well. 100 years at Murrayfield, so they got a choice, and they wanted the All Blacks. So big ups to Scotland for putting that challenge down, and unfortunately for them, All Blacks won. So the brave, the land of the brave, man. It's the Scottish people. So big ups to them. I saw France, a little bit of France versus America. I don't know who won that game, but I think one of the Saracens got red carded, so the French had a one-man advantage. England going down 3-0 to Australia. And people giving a fuss about Payne Haas and all these other Island boys switching codes. They don't need Payne Haas if you're going to win against England 3-0. Relax. But yeah. Nah, that's most of the sport that I watched. I was just waiting for the game tonight, man.
We put any predictions on that anyways? Hey.
Ooh, that's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. I love the Kiwis. Man, love them boys. Love Toa Samoa, man. That's my heritage. I'm going to say it's going to be a tight game, and I reckon it'll go right down to the wire. Maybe I'm going to say Toa Samoa by 2.
Ooh. Man, I'll call it right now. Win, draw, or lose. Toa Samoa wins on the field, off the field, and in our hearts, baby. Let's get it done. Toa Samoa 685 to the world, buddy.
Yeah. we out and about. I'm angry. Hopefully not with those people that were inside getting locked up, mate. Because bro, the fan angry right now was crazy. Bro. I was watching a lot of reels this morning, bro, and I was thinking to myself, man, we are the responsible people telling these people to get off the road. Like, man, so like, get out of harm's way. No. But nah, man, I think this game is obviously livened up Mangry again, like, giving flashbacks of the Rugby League World Cup. I don't know, bro. I'm a bit divided on this, man, because obviously our $1.3 million man at Para, then obviously our captain, our club captain, are both playing in this game, and what a better place but to play than Parramatta, man. So I don't know, man. My loyalty's a bit divided. So I'm not even gonna call an answer on that because you don't bet on the home team, bro. That's how I'm gonna leave it, man. I'm not gonna bet on the home team.
Yeah.
As long as my Para boys are there, showing up and showing why they're there. But I will apologize. I will apologize for saying that Junior Polo needs to retire. But I mean, if he does do a I don't know, pull the result out. It's never been done. The Toa have never beaten the Kiwis. Well, he can retire well if he can. He can retire with a big smile on his face. You know what I mean? And he could then maybe buy another year, maybe a couple more years. Who knows?
I just want to say this, man. How good are the Kiwis too? Like, they've lost so many talent to Tonga, and a lot of the talent has gone to Toa Samoa as well from the Kiwi side, and they still like put a decent forward-based team. Like they still perform at a high level, man. Man, man, I've always showed love to the Kiwis, man, because back in the day, like, all the Samoans that played for the Kiwis, you just had to go for the Kiwis because Toa Samoa didn't really have all the players, and when they did have the players, they were already near the end of their careers. So, man, like, either team, man, I'm happy, But
nice.
It'll be nice to see history being made. At the same time, man, like, homage to the Kiwis jerseys, man.
You think just a question for the viewers and for the panel. You think the strong point of the Kiwi team is the forwards since they started the test, and would that be their strong point again up against Toa Samoa's forwards?
Yeah, I reckon possibly. Also, like, I didn't think Josh Papali'i showing the form that he did showed at the Raiders, the back end of this season. Tapini has. He's been showing why he is like one of the leading front runners when it comes to like the broken play, like not at the set piece, but broken play. That guy's everywhere, man. But then again, like I don't know, maybe because Junior Polo and that had a rest because they did a play finals footy. Like maybe their bodies aren't as like hurt during this back end. But no, I think it's the pathways and obviously the way the Kiwis have their guys on standby and in form.
True.
Because, bro, these Warriors boys, bro, they're showing fitness like it's still like round 1, round 2. And, man, obviously the injection of those Warriors boys has played evidence into the way they were running rampage on MMT last week, bro. Because it was pretty tough to watch, like when you're seeing that. Even like the shot that Leota had on JT, man, I thought like, damn. Like if that's not evidence of being hungry, so but yeah, just I think the Kiwis have just got combinations right, in the positional, right across the park.
Nice.
Yeah, I think because my analysis would be both forwards have had 2 games and they've come right, and like they're gonna be like hard hitters against each other, and I reckon the both forward packs will cancel each other out. I think that the key difference is probably the young guns, Nafahi White, Timoko, McLean, Kinney, and even that Karapani being brought in. I think those young guys, because the thing is, the Toa Samoa team is an awesome team, but we are aging. We haven't got as much young blood coming into the squad as the Kiwis do. And so, like I feel like the back line is going to be crucial for this game. But, however, I saw, when we were playing against Tonga, we were playing hard out from start to finish. I noticed the Kiwis dropped in that last 10 minutes, and Tonga was starting to score a few tries. So maybe that's the difference. Maybe fitness could be the difference. We'll see how that goes. But Kiwis are a well polished team, eh? Like
they're on point, eh?
Yeah, people were giving like foreign a bit of stick for being in the team, because he's aging, but like with the team that he's got around him, bro, like and you got like guys like Willison, Crosland, those guys are solid. But see how it goes.
Damn, nice boys.
Thank you, bro. We got our comments corners.
Yo, comments corner. I just want to make a shout out to Adrian Doherty. He commented gentrification in regards to the Bangers application to take over the try for Kelston Boys High School. Vailima 49 was saying that why don't we play for Toa? He thought we were gonna play for Toa. Sorry, Uso, we're retired. KPNZ said the Bangers are only looking at students as cattle to make profit on, and not for their academic achievements. Westside Okalangi said that having the charter take over Kelston will give Waitakere College the chance to take over West Auckland. the mighty Waitakere College.
There might be some truth to that.
As a listening ex-boy, I'm like, oh, come on. And Yuponya 5202 said awesome viewpoints. Thank you guys for the comments. We love it, good or bad. Just we just want to share some love. And if you guys got any issues that you want covered by us, just put it on the Facebook page or put it in the comments. Seki.
We got some local spotted news. Man, I've been searching for the Pacific Cup grades results and come to no luck, man. Like sadly, like Auckland Rugby League didn't do any coverage on it. Even like the fan pages, like the Pacific Cup, they didn't put anything up there. So I apologize for not finding any results. But I know that the Club Sevens happened yesterday down here at Waitakere Stadium, and we got some results for that. The Morris 21s, they took out the 21s comp, and adding to their back-to-back women's titles. Like the women's obviously rolled the Manukau Rails, but man, how good is that Marist women's team, bro? They obviously supplied a lot of talent that's in the NRL at the moment with the women's league and obviously the Black Ferns. Also the men's was taken out by Eden. So laughing at the comments, man, they're like saying, is that the Fijian Barbarians team? Because there was no other ethnic group in that playing bunch. So, shout out to the Eden Premier Barbarians Fijian squad that took out the Premier Men's Sevens tournament yesterday. Also got results from the ANZ Māoris versus the Auckland Rugby League squad. That was last week, and the result went to the Australia-New Zealand Māoris, who beat the Auckland team 25-6. And then in the women's game, with the same teams, the women went down 22-10, and that was the Australia New Zealand Māoris cleaning out the Auckland Rugby League team. Our local news, just wanted to share a bit just that the local board, Papatui and Otara, there's been a lot of hate and a lot of I don't know whether this has come after the vote because of the parades and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna say like the leadership has obviously gone and had a sit down, only to turn away the 4 Otara representatives not wanting to share the leadership. And it comes at a time where I don't know whether these I'm gonna say it, Indians have the best interest for the whole of Papatoi and Otara, but just outvote them because of, I don't know, maybe there's a hidden agenda, or possibly because there's friendships there. But just to get your guys' take on it, because I know Eddie, you would have watched that interview on PMNU, and I did too. I watched 3 minutes into it, and I'm like, okay, maybe give this guy a chance. Only to read what Lorenzo shared, and then what some of the other local leaders have shared, to be a bit disgusted in the fact that can be at a deadlock, and then the final vote just go the way of the Papatoi board. Like, I mean, these are the times we're living in, right? This is like corruption 101. This is how things unfold. When it gets to that, you scratch my back, I'll scratch my back. You vote for me, and we'll get it done. So, if you guys want to have an opinion on that, man.
Yeah, I think it's... So what's happened is Papatoi gets 4 seats, and Otara gets 3. And for the past 15 years, if Otara wins or Papatoi wins, they become the chair, and they will pick the person from the other district to become the vice chair. So it's like the sharing of power, right? So if Otara wins, Papatoi will get vice chair. If Papatoi wins, and vice versa, basically. So what has happened is Papatoi's won, and they voted their chair because it's a 4-3 split. And then when it came to the vice chair, they thought, okay, Otara will get a seat. I went straight to Papatoi. And these 4 guys, all 4 of them have Indian backgrounds or Indian ancestry. And the 3 Otara boys have Pacific Island ancestry. And so I think the people are finding that divide there. And a lot of the island people said, oh, let's give these guys a chance, and hopefully come like a sharing of power. But recent documents have come online that this action group or action team don't want to share power, and they're clearly looking out for their own group. So that's very worrying. I hope they do share power. Like I want to be like part of the people that will give them a chance. Because, I'm not from the area, so I can't really say much, but, like, I feel sorry for the Otara people that feel like they're being left out, because technically they have. But also I want to question, like, why is it 4-3? Shouldn't it be 4-4 or 3-3? Like, and, can Otara stand by itself instead of being part of the Papatoi group? So, I'm hoping time will tell a different story, but at the moment, it does feel like Otara's been shut out, and like Otara's been like one of the hubs of South Auckland, culturally. So hopefully, the community stands up, but at the same time, goes to show for our Pacific Island people out there, we got to vote. You got to have your say, otherwise this is going to be happening. So there's a bit of issues at the moment. Accusations of like false voting, and someone has laid a complaint to the voting group to investigate fraud. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, I want to give these guys a chance, but at the same time, like I'm praying for you, Otara. Sick.
Yeah, no, don't give them a chance at all. They're the biggest scammers in the world, mate. Yeah, I think let's be a bit blunt, but let's be better at the same time. I think they're just looking after their own people, their own community. At the end of the day, the face of South Auckland has changed hugely by saying that, the face of Auckland has changed. So having these guys outvote them 4-3 is no surprise. Not only that, if you just look at South Auckland itself, even North Shore, the face of North Shore is changing, and they don't even know it. But we're outnumbered at the end of the day when it comes to positions like this as Polynesians. And then you have the Indians that are coming in. I'm not saying all of them are bad, but at the end of the day, there must be a hidden agenda. There is a hidden agenda. Majority of businesses that are out there and all over Auckland are Indians, business owners. But I just want to say, be careful, because you got to cater for the people. At the end of the day, the power belongs and the vote belongs to the people. So if there is any sort of fraudulent, it will come out, no matter how many times you're sitting at the panel. Once the investigators do their part to get that little glitch outside of that voting system and outside of those positions, and then we can come together and rebuild the community for what it is and for what we need to strive and head towards our goals, right, as a people, because that's more important than these guys with hidden agendas. So sad to see, but we can assume, even be a little bit more blunt about it, but yeah, let's give him a chance. If he's shit, then let's burn down all this. No. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. But yeah, let's just support each other. That's the main thing. And look for Atu to the 274s. Yeah, much history. You have fed our family well in the earlier days, and then coming to today, it's part of an icon for our people of Polynesia. So much alofas, and praise be to God, and bless all those that are involved. Keep it honest, keep it loyal, my man.
Sicky boys. Get into what have you been watching? Start with you, Chucky.
Man, I've been watching quite a few things. One thing I've been watching and following is that Physical Asia on Netflix. Bro, that's pretty badass, eh, man? It's like all the best athletes in their own right, in their own code, right? They're champions in their own code. And you've seen the main man, Manny Pacquiao there, eh? But then coming together as a team, the strong teams in that competition at the moment is Turkey and Australia, right? Australia seems to be the favorite. Like, all the teams recognize Australia as being the most favorite. And they look at those athletes and say, wow, these guys are huge. You know what I mean? But it really is a challenge of the best strategy and how to deliver it and engage it at time for that course, right? And I think one of the best teams that have the best to execute it as a team is Turkey at the moment. But it's pretty badass seeing Eddie Williams there. Yeah, third strongest man, Sam Warner there, represented Australia. But it's kind of funny seeing these big guys, eh? No matter how big you are, they gas out a lot, eh? So you got to quickly, like a chessboard, put them in the right position in order to cater for the team properly, eh? Because the guys in the Philippines, they had their boat challenge, and they put the strongman in there to do something more cardio.
Oh,
but
he gassed hard.
He gassed out and came up, and then his team just looked at him and started judging him, eh? And I said, oh, no. Bro, come on, even Pacquiao was looking at him. Where's the mana? So you gotta strategically put your athletes in the right position for the game at the time. But yeah, man, that's all I've been watching. It's pretty good, man. So man, intense, eh? Intense.
I'm gonna let it stack up.
Hey,
Well, how long are the episodes? Are they like 40 minutes or so?
They're like hours. Yeah, I watched the first 4, and then the one on Tuesday that just came in, I was like, nah, I'll leave it.
Bro, if you guys actually watch some of those challenges, they had that sand dune one on in episode 5, I think it was. Stuff there, bro. I'll put my hand up. I'll take a bitch for that one. Stuff there, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Eddie? What's been on your search bar?
Oh man, like I watched this guy. He lives in Japan. Oh, I forgot his name, but he does like videos about like normal Japanese people and how they live in like everyday life. Anyway, there's a small island, and it only has 11 people living on it, like 11 residents, because Japan has a shrinking population. So a lot of the countryside is disappearing, like these abandoned towns and whatnot. So he traveled there. I think it was like 4 hours by train. Then he had to catch a few buses and then a ferry. And he got there and he had like 11 boxes of sweets from Tokyo to give to 11 people that lived on the island. So like I think the third person, he's trying to get the sokalake and he was on those little like mobility scooters.
Damn.
And he's like, oh, would you like? And the guy kept going, like waving, like, I don't want it. And like the guy kept chasing him with the sokalake. Like, and the old man's just driving off and he's like, okay, maybe there's a reason why there's some people over here that don't want anyone else.
Damn.
But yeah, just been watching that and been watching a series called Tulsa King.
You started watching that?
Yeah, I started watching it. Oh man,
Season 3 or the first season?
I'm on season 2 now.
Oh wow.
So yeah, me and the Uso, shout out to Sam. We went hard. Watching season 1. Nah, I loved it. It's a really easy watch, Like it's just good to sit and it keeps you interested. You know, some seasons like series you watch it and you're just like, oh, what these guys want to talk about. But no, it's crack up. I like Bodie, he's crack up. The weed guy. But yeah, I don't want to say too much until I catch up to season 3. But when I start season 3, I'm gonna watch the reactions as well. So yeah, just been watching that, and I watched the documentary, is an old one about the Muslims that live in northern China and how they're disappearing, and how the government is slowly phasing them out. Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, like yeah, it's like the government puts itself above religion kind of thing, you know, like it's pretty cool. Well, not cool, but it's pretty unique seeing how like I think they call the Uyghur people, how they survive underground, and they're hiding from the government. But yeah, it's pretty interesting documentary. And then yeah, just watching some nature videos. Watched the random Bible story with my mom the other day on YouTube. But yeah. Nah, thank you.
Yeah, I haven't been watching much. Just Shorty, Shorty Street's been bloody good, man. If you wanna left field, like where the hell did they come from? Watch Shorty Street, man. Tell you, Ray. A shout out to Sky, one of the allied ladies at work, Ray. Like cause she's like maybe 2 months behind, which is only like maybe 12 episodes. But because I told her, like, man, you need to watch the last. So she watched it. She's like, oh my gosh, I did not expect that. I'm like, see, now you're caught up. So she knows what happened. We were up to now, but she's been trying to catch up. And I just filled her in with a couple of things that she wanted to know. But yeah, man, it's a good watch, bro. That Tulsa King season 3, episode 7. Me and Camps did a review of that. If you want to catch that, you can check out our film and TV review on our new WesWes Network YouTube channel. There's this guy named Samet. He's a drifter over in Japan. His missus from Japan. He's got a kid to her. I don't know if they're married, but he's been doing a lot of work on his drift car. But yeah, he just shows just him disassembling the front of a Skyline, and yeah, just some of the change parts that they've got now for drifting, because all the engines that they're using, the RBs, are still the same, but it's just the some of the courses that he said, like obviously a lot of Japanese people are real hush about the setup on their cars, but yeah, this guy's been showing people like, oh man, on a budget, you know, because he doesn't have a major sponsor, but he might get discounts on some parts. But yeah, it was just interesting to see how you can still keep old cars but still manufacture them, or to a point where you can get them running like new gear. But like, yeah, man, when you see guys that drift, bro, and you see the way they set up their carvales, like, it gives you a big respect for the guys who did it in the past, because they would have been drifting the same corners and not had all their gear. Like their cars would have just been like, you know, straight chassis or stuff, and like hitting the corners, and that's just all skill, where this guy's like just trying to keep up before the guys leading the way. But yeah, man, love his content, man. He does at least 2 or 3 a day, and just over his overall the stuff that he's doing. But yeah, he can find him on not on Instagram but on Facebook. He does some pretty cool stuff. He's Australian. But that's what I've been watching. You guys got a food review?
No.
Shit, maybe a coffee review. Maybe.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
Hey.
Shoot
Yeah.
with your coffee review, bro. Because I
Yeah.
just had one and I didn't rate it. But yo, where'd you have your coffee?
New North Road. Morning Fix, New North Road, man. He's been there for like five years now. Yeah, so he's quite popular with the corporate sector too. So, blue collar corporate sectors, there's always a bit of a queue there. So, get your morning fix there, New North Road, up in Kingston. You can find him on Facebook, Morning Fix. I ordered a matcha there, eh? I've ordered a white chocolate, macchiato as well. Macchiato, mocha, white chocolate mocha as well. And the week before last week, but just this week currently, mate took me back there, shouted us a mocha, eh? Extra large. I was saying, shit, bro, I don't want that. But he gave it to me anyway, and I was like, bro, honestly, out of 5, man, a straight 4.5. Yeah, for all the above, man. He's pretty much a 5-star. He's 4.9 on the rating system there. But yeah, Cambodian brother Ben. Yeah, shout out to you, brother. For the morning fix. Just hustling for his Cambodian family, and yeah, trying to get his daughter over, as well, trying to do the peppers and all that. So gotta respect the hustle and the grind, man. He's there from 5 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, a lot of kids go there, get a good hit on those frappes or whatever they're called, shakes and all that. It's got muffins and all that there. So yeah, with his coffee making and everything all above, man, he's highly recommended. So get your hit down there. I've also told the boys out in South, bro, if you're coming out these ways, which they do at times, bro, fine, that's your fix there, man. Yeah, so they're much appreciated too, man, because shit, man, they're going there all the time. Yeah. I didn't realize some of the boys there have never been as far as out west past White Community. Even though they heard of White Community, they've never been there before. I took 2 of the boys there. They were quite surprised. They wow. We had a nice walk there. They said, "Sole, this place is Saludos." I said, "Yeah, bro. Have a good look, bro, because that's your last resting place."
But I heard it's full now, eh?
Hey, damn.
Yeah, there's limited spots now. Yeah,
Hey,
they're not putting. Yeah, yo,
that's sad, eh? Limited spots at White Community. Far out. There's so much land, eh? So much land out. Beautiful settings, though, eh? Beautiful views, peaceful, holy place. But yeah, another food review. Probably Taiping. I don't know if you guys have the viewers. If you guys tried Chinese pancakes before, but there's meat filling in it, pork, lamb, or beef. So yeah, it's like it's a thick. It's a pancake. It's a Chinese pancake, but it's a thick layer with filling inside of it. Nicely seasoned. Has chives and all that in it, spring onions, and whatever mix they put in there to make it flavorful. So, Taiping Newland and Taiping Lincoln Road, they sell it. So go there to their deli sector and get it done, lad. Get it done, and then get your morning fix, man. Kelston, look it up. They're all on Facebook.
see.
Nice, Usos. I just got a question for viewers, man. If anyone has a good spot, man, but anyone who knows a good spot that does Vietnamese rolls, man, come at us, man. Press below and comment. Because, man, I had one from Long Lunchroom, Penrose, Church Street. Since I've had that one, I don't think I've had another good one, eh? And it was a chicken roll one too. But yeah, it was good, man. And my missus has been around here, just shopping local for one, but because only hung us far, bro.
Vietnamese roll, is it?
Yeah. You can, if you follow some food reviews, people just doing street foods, even in the Vietnamese, like you watch how they make them, they're pretty cool. It's just like a bun, and they usually have the same base, but they have a special sauce. You can either get like crispy pork or barbecue pork, chicken, but they're filled the same. There's strips of carrot and cucumber. Yeah. But yeah, man, as soon as they put like coriander in there in that game, it kills the bloody dish, man. But
what's the bread like?
It's like a old French stick, but these are usually toasted. But otherwise, if they make them just like a French stick, it's got that hard crust on the outside, soft when you bite into it. But it's just the flavors you get from just however they're made up. But they're pretty much basic. But yeah, it depends on the sauces too, because sometimes you might get one and they already got like a standardized sauce on them, because these are usually like pre-made. But if you find a spot that makes them fresh for you, man, you can ask whatever sauces or dressings you want on them. But yeah,
Beautiful.
if anyone knows of a good spot, man, please hit us up so we can get on there and give it a rating or something. But just for my delight, really, because I'm hungry for one.
What's your rating? What's your rating on that one in Penrose?
Oh, bro, I'd say they're like a 4.8, man. They won a lunchroom, mate, because I've had because I don't really do barbecue pork, but I have had a bite into one. Fuck yeah, they're good. Eh? If you're like selling like, what's a cheap lunch spot, then someone must say, oh, do you want one of these? If you had one, bro, you'd be like, oh, sorry, man, I want another one. Yeah, they're really good.
Have you guys tried the one in Newland? Vietnamese banh mi rolls. The Vietnamese rolls, the same one you're talking about. So it's a food store just across from McDonald's, next door to Denny's, just on the side entrance across the road from the Newland Library.
Oh, okay. Nah.
Detail. This brother knows.
What's the coordinates?
Is that the one that's 10 steps to the left of the McDonald's?
A couple of inches to the right, you were right. You were good. Yeah, but I give that out of 5, bro. I give that probably a good 4.8 on their Vietnamese rolls. Yeah, check it out.
What's the longitude and latitude?
Check them out on Facebook too. Every Uso I do that comes with all the boys come out, they ask me for the spots. I say, bro, check that place out. Because anything past, I'll be honest, anything past Glen Eden and Glendine, bro, sorry Usos, but I get lost there. I don't know that area that well. So when I'm listening to you guys about good spots out these ways, I say, oh shit, I gotta take that down. Let me check that out. Let me take that down for a note. Yeah, far. But yeah, check it out, man. I highly recommend it, man, because look on Facebook, they're quite popular. Yeah.
Check you, man. We get into some quick opinions. Couple of minutes each. The New Zealand NZ are threatening the PNG Chiefs over the logo use for their new NRL team. What do you think about them trying to take on NRL?
Wait, are they using the logo or just the name?
I think it's both. It's the logo and the names. I think it's just the similarities of the. I think it would be the Patu, man.
Yeah,
because I saw the picture and I thought to myself, threatening like in legal action, as in like, because probably everything's pretty much like duplicated these days. Like, I'm sure like half the NRL teams probably got a name from the American Football Association without even asking.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on them threatening? Like, I don't know. What does that even mean?
Yeah. PNG Chiefs.
Like, would you mistaken that? Like, that's the first thing I thought. Would you mistaken it? None of it's got PNG.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's got a Patu. I think it should be fine. Because if they sue because of the name Chiefs, then fuck, Kansas City should do the same to Waikato Chiefs then. Hey,
no, that's what I was saying. It was like, bro, these guys coming at them and even that sort of rubbish. I'm like, come on.
Nah, as long as the logo is different, because the Patu is culturally to the Maori people, and Waikato, the river of 1,000 tribes. That's the meaning. So I get it why they called the Chiefs. So PNG Chiefs. As long as there's a meaning to it and like the logo has cultural significance to the people of the area, it should be fine. I don't think we should be suing our own people. We're both indigenous, so come on, man. But yeah.
So the logos are almost equivalent to Waikato Chiefs, right? The Patu and that's the question.
Doesn't look like the Patu on it, yeah.
Because if it is, then they have to change it. Yeah. So. Yeah, they don't want to get fined for anything else while they're playing the game. Later on, if they keep on playing with that logo, their symbol. So I say to PNG, man, just change it. It's all good. Put a spear, put a spear on there or put a fishy rod on there, whatever. But don't keep continuing to play with it, because then you're just gonna get financially fined.
Yeah, the picture I saw, I didn't think it was a Patu. Like, I thought. I mean, unless it's exactly the same. Yeah, but I mean...
Yeah, it looks like it's a spear.
It's just like, well, I thought the picture that I've even saw was like, okay, are they complaining about the color, like the color wave of it? Or is it because, their Patu is like... Because I remember when the Chiefs in the Super Rugby were going for a rebranding, like that's what they explained it, what the Patu meant to them. But I mean... if the PNG people would have thought, it'd be like in my head, I imagine like, oh, would it be like a Fijian club war, like, you know, that'd be something totally different. But yeah, I just thought, oh, it's a bit much, eh? Like for them to come at the use of the Chiefs name, like, cause, all right, yeah, nah, all good. What?
I missed the Crusaders logo.
Crusaders
Old
logo.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what that looked like. It was.
Yeah, I was
It was
just trying
a
to
Crusader,
remember.
like a.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was
The
a
horsey, isn't
midnight.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Crusade
the one that they had to change, eh? Because of the history attached to the.
Yeah,
Muslims, to the
Crusades,
Muslims, yeah. To the
Yeah.
Muslims.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
because of the shooting. Yeah.
yeah.
All right then.
No. Crusaders in the past. Remember the Crusaders? They slaughtered millions and millions of Muslims back in the Queen and Country days. Crusaders. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the shooting to the mosque down there. That's the history. Crusaders and the Muslims. Back
Yeah,
then.
but the shooting, like it caused them to change it as well.
Fired it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nick?
Payne Haas, is he, like, I think we've spoken about it. We talked about the Dylan Brown being worth 1.3 mil, and I remember I think Cam stitched up the audio of me saying that he might be the first $1.8 million guy. It obviously is now, like, his form in the specific test, has he shown that he's worth the 2 mil? If he does chase the 2 mil, your opinions? Is he worth 2 mil a season?
Short answer, yes. Long answer, salary cap. We can't afford to pay people 2 million at NRL. So if we do pay him the 2 mil, then that's, we're gonna have to let go of some other big names in the team. And it takes more than one person to make a team. He's definitely a big part of our team, but when you're on the field, you got 12 other guys with you that'll be tackling. So I think that's why Rugby 360's approached him with 3 million. So but if he does take the Rugby 360 contract, he gets a 10-year ban from the NRL. But you gotta go for your family, I guess. Whatever your heart is, whatever you feel comfortable. There's some NRL players out there that have been worth a lot more that have taken a pay cut just to stay to where they are. So yeah.
True.
So he's worth it, but I don't know if I can pay it.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I'll go with Eddie's one. Probably short answer would be no. Long answer, the salary cap would be breached. The club will get fined.
Hey, no fines.
Yeah, nah, that's me.
Well, he's obviously got his he's already got his championship, so, and he's playing for the tour. Like, what else is there to prove?
Back to back.
That's it. Back to back.
Sorry. Oh, memory lane. Just before we get into hacks of life,
Memory
lane. I was thinking at work, bro, because like this is what happens when you sit deep in your thoughts at work. But I was sitting at work, bro, and like, has there ever been a time that you've sat at work and you thought to yourself, man, I wish I was 18 again? Is that even a thing?
Memory lane.
Yeah. Do you wish you could relive 1 year as an 18-year-old and then snap out of it? Because I thought about it, eh? I thought about it at work, and I thought, man, if I could just be 18 again, how could I change that? And my honest answer to that would be, yeah, I wish I was fit. Like, I wish I put the self-belief that I have in myself now to get fit, like back then, because it would have just changed life a lot, like hugely, if I was just fitter.
Yeah.
What do you mean, fit in a health and well-being way, or just
cardiovascular endurance fit?
Hard.
Like, I think about my 18-year-old South Bro, I was quick over like 20, 30 meters. But when it came to like playing the game of touch, I was like, sub. I was that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I could be 18 again, it would be, wish I was fitter, eh?
We tend to have those flashbacks a lot, eh? I think Eddie's not far from over. Eddie's like just last year he was 18. Just last year he was 18, buddy. Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, we have those flashbacks. Hey, I think for me personally, I'm living 18 right now, right here, man. To a Samoa supporter right here, buddy. So never too late to act your 18-year-old right here, right now, in the days of the millennium. So for me, probably flashbacks is going back to when I was like 10, sort of thing, or 8 years old. And then, man, it's funny how you have a little bit of flashbacks when you're 5 years old. Who remembers when you're 5 years old? You know, unless you've been traumatized when you're 5. And then those flashbacks start kicking in. I remember a little bit of happy days there, but yeah, it's good. It's a blessing, I suppose. But 8 years old, 10 years old, I think I would love to live 10 years old again, because that's probably when the first knock on the door of detectives came knocking on the door for Jackie Cars. My little cousin, because I was the littlest will throw me in there. Throw me in there and teach me the ropes. But anyway, that was then. But 40 and up to today, yeah, 18 years old. Think when you're 18 years old, man, there's a lot of things that go in your mind. It's a real true crossroads at 18 years old. But most definitely, feeling the fountain of youth for today. Yeah, we'll be trying to live that 18-year-old again, with health and fitness. I agree, man. Cardiovascular, and just trying to keep it going, throughout your 20s, 30s or whatever. Because in the 20s, it's party years, it's traveling, exploring. You get into shit, you get into trouble, you get locked behind. I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You learn your lessons, you don't learn your lessons. But then go through your 30s, I think it was really kicks in, you know what I mean? So I think, just finding that fountain of youth is cardiovascular fitness, keeping that heart pumping for life. You know what I mean? And that's the fountain of youth. Yeah, good memory, man. Thank you, Uzo. Thank you.
Yo, oh man, 18.
It was just yesterday for you.
Man, I'd love to relive the last year of school. A lot of good friendships that I had back then, and like I still have some of them now. So I think for me personally, I would love to redo that year with the calmness that I have now. I think back then I was a bit uluvale. I looked at a lot of things superficially.
What do you mean, like close-minded?
Yeah, close-minded. There was some times I was a bit of a layer as well with what I said. I was just young, thinking, fucking the world's my oyster, But if I had, I have the mind that I have now back in that body, man. I was in first 15 with some of the boys back then, and like we were just ripping up in the forwards. So, I think having that calmness and having that like life experience back then would have changed a bit. But at the same time, I think for all those mistakes I made, for all those hardships that I made, it's kind of made my mind what it is now. Reflecting back on it. So I'd love to relive it, but at the same time, like I'm always scared of that butterfly effect. What if I was a millionaire? What if I was this? And like I always think about my family now, because like choices and decisions that you make echoes through eternity. So I'm thankful for the family I have. I'm thankful for my nieces and nephews. I'm thankful for everything that the hardships that I've gone through, but I would love to relive that 1 year just with a calm mind, or even just to observe it. That'd be awesome. But I don't know if like I would change anything, because it's kind of the mistakes I've made is who I am now.
Nice. Oh man, it's time to get into our new section of our pod, is the hacks of life. You can play our video.
First one for me, mate. First one for me.
My husband decided to kick not only me but also my children out of the apartment about 30 minutes ago. So now we're walking around in the cold trying to figure out where we're going to stay. So I've only been with my husband for about 5 years now. I do have children with my previous relationship, and he just didn't want anything to do with the children, so I decided just to leave with the children to another state. So then I come into this marriage relationship thinking that it's going to work out, everything's going to be fine, he's going to treat my children like if they were his. No, definitely not. He has been treating the children like complete and utter shit, and I was sick and tired of it. My son, who is only 10 years old, is always in the wrong. Everything that he does is just not okay. A little bit ago, he was playing video games, and all because my son would not get up to get a beer for my husband, he decided to get mad. He broke his PlayStation and kicked him out of the house. Obviously, I defended my son. I said something to this piece of shit, and all he told me was, why don't you get your shit as well? Go with your son. You guys can go find somewhere to stay or stay in the fucking street. I really don't give a fuck.
What do you got for us, gents? Give you a couple of minutes each.
Sorry, man. I just had to kick out the missus. So I think at the end of the day, like every other day, I think, man, regardless of who you're with and who you end up with, try and get some counseling for it as a family, as a partner, because it could be something else going on there on his end, mentally. As being especially being the hunter and the provider. I mean, get to the bottom of that first, and if that still doesn't solve it, then man, it's okay to cut ties, because you got to think about your kids as the first priority first before your relationship, especially if the kids are not of the offspring of your new husband or whatever it may be. Because you want to live life and enjoy. And a lot of people got that emotional attachment to the partner, which is fair enough. But like I said, counseling, get to the bottom of it and try and rebuild from there. It changes a lot of people's lives, when you get that counseling, as a relationship counseling that is. And then, hopefully things turn out for the better of the family. Yeah, that's me.
Man, I feel like the issue should have been resolved before she even moved in. When they go on dates and she brings a kid, like, that should have been already, like, established. Like, hey, if you're going to be in my house, these are the rules. You got to listen, blah, blah. Like, that should have been first established. But also, like, why are you getting mad at a kid for asking for beer? That's a bit overreaction.
Get your own
for
beer.
The kid, yeah, and for the kid too, like, coming from an islander household, regardless of if it's your stepdad or your dad, like, it's wharoalo, they ask for beer, you just get it. It's in the story. But for the guy to kick her and the son out at that time of night, come on, Luce, like, can you not tell them, hey, you pack your stuff, you can leave in the morning, eh? Like, I think both adults are in the wrong here, being immature, and they need to understand that, like, this kid just, like, is from a broken home. Like, hey, like, adults, we can argue and blah blah in the room or whatever, but don't do it in front of the child, man. Don't kick out the child. Like, that child's gonna remember that, being kicked out of the house with his mom because over a little incident over a beer. Yeah, just sounds like an overreaction. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is his house, his rules. I feel like these conflicts should have been resolved before she even moved in. Sick.
Yeah.
This was posted by Chucky.
It was to. That's the reason I started doing this.
This is Hopper's explanation of why he did his prostate cancer checks on the field, man. Like, I gotta explain it. If you lie to yourself for so long, you end up believing your own lies. Like, that's a good example, man. And then for him to explain it, guys fall on the ground when he was defending guys, but then he had the ball in his hand, so it doesn't make sense. I don't know, man.
Real Fia Poko of the 90s of his career. Eh? My man. Malo Hopper, you the man, brother. You still the man. Even today in the millennium years, man. All the different generations are checking you out. What a memory. What a memory. What a Fia Poko of the times.
Can he get across? Slams into the goalpost now.
Now to the groundsman who let that happen, man. God, how many stitches was that? Like 9 stitches. There's another one posted by you, Chucky. Is that new, what's it called? Event called Power Slap. The ego versus equals stupidity, and it's the guys standing there, South Africa MMA, taking leg shots at each other, right on the thigh. Eh? I don't know, bro. There's some. And the last one's the ELKS dude. And I don't know if he's he's watched the game, but you see that Jaro guy, he always adds himself onto the end of the team's lines when they're doing the national anthems. Bro, this guy is famous, eh? And the fact that he can still get in the gates to jump on, like, could you have tell the man right on camera shot? Check it out, you guys, man. You guys pick your Fia Poko of the week.
Man. I think it'll be the groundsman, man. Come on. If the man scored a try, who's gonna get us a donk?
What's crazy, you can hear the audience go, whoa, whoa. For the try, I did not the crossbar. But you, Chucky.
Crazy, eh? Yeah, probably a good lineup of Fia Pokos for the Sunday's potty. But yeah, comment down below for your viewers. Which ones are yours? But for me personally, I love to go for the hopper, but I'll go for the leg kicks because really, realistically, like the power slap and like every other stupid thing that's equivalent to that, it really is ego versus ego equals stupidity. So if you're going to put yourself and your body on the line for nothing, regardless of a little bit of coin or even no coin or just to let your ego shine, man, good luck, buddy. But at the end of the day, like every other day, man, bro, your health bill, your medical insurance, it's going to skyrocket it, man, when they find out what you've done. So, yeah, the leg kicks for me, man. Fia Poko to the days.
I'm going to give it to Hopper, eh? For him to go on podcasts and they get asked that question instead of just skip the question, but they go to try and explain it and then they stitch it up. Like, you're a straight Fia Poko, bro. Like, bro,
He did a flinch too when he said it.
That is Da'e Mahino, bro. Bro, the fact that he's like explaining 2025 trying to explain his videos for his stupid things that he done, bro. Like, that's got to be shame, bro. There's a freeway time for that Fia Poko of the week, eh?
I know, man.
Yeah. Hey, imagine if that was one of your close mates, but you'd never be able to look at him and say, me. Like, Dolly, why are you touching someone's bottom? Like,
bro. Not unless you're mate like that. You know what I mean?
Practice, especially when he's saying, I'm running around at training looking at guys' asses. Like, bro, did you just say that on the podcast? What the?
Hey.
Sorry. Now, Seki, man, that's pretty much a wrap up of our pod, man. We'll get into some last words. Start with you, Chucky.
Last words. Yeah, good to be back. Good to see the brothers on the panel. Man, let's go. 685 tour Samoa all day. I've got to do a barbecue after this, and the visitors are already starting to turn up. I'm the one cooking, so this is why I'm dressed up. So I'm just showing my loyalty, and as a fan, but no pride in it. Just much alofas. I love all the teams that are involved. Big ups to Tonga, big ups to the Kiwis, big ups to Toa Samoa, man. You've shined, man, and at the end of the day, you've let the corporates know that we can bring in the crowds. That's the big winner at the end of the day. And for all you want to start mentioning war chants and everything like this, man, take your medication. Be good, be kind. Let's go.
Yo.
Loose.
Same thing along Chucky's words, man. Kiwis, Toa, Tonga, fly your flags high, show pride, show passion, show respect, show restraint. Be mindful and have fun. Enjoy the game. Seki.
My man.
Nice, Oos. Oh, man. My final last words is just thank you to you boys, man. It's been a minute since we've all been on. I'm grateful for the opportunity to lace off you two. Also to producer Cam and the hard work that he puts into the network. And man, fams, man, help us help you by sharing our love for what we do and all our aspects of life, man. Anything team, film, reviews, sports, man. We got a catalog of platforms and podcasts that you there for you guys to enjoy, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my last words, man. Enjoy our content, help the WesWes Network grow, man. If you made it this far, hit the like, subscribe, and share button. We're just some Usos sitting here in the hood, man, sharing our Pacifica point of view in one shot, no retraction, man. That pretty much does it, boys. Roll us out, Eddie.
Yo. And the wise words of producer Gams, let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's go to Toa. Bada bing, bada boom.